In this video, we're going to take a quick look at how Excel stores dates and how it handles them. We're also going to see how we can format these dates using just a right click of a mouse, and also how to use some simple functions like the text functions to extract valuable information from valid dates. And also how we can combine some functions with date functions to make Excel even more powerful. Excel can hold numbers, text, formulas, dates, pictures, graphs, you name it, into individual cells. Here we're going to see how each cell can be programmed to hold a date and effectively use that date. Let's enter a random date, 2/20/2025, in cell C9. And now what I'd like to do is copy that cell into cell C11. And all I do is I put equal C9, and that shows me cell C9 content. Now I'd like to change the format of this date by simply bringing the mouse over, right clicking, and choosing format cells, and then date, and choose a different format. Anything that suits your needs is good. I'm going to choose this format, click OK, and now we have the month written out, the 20th and 25. What's peculiar about the way Excel stores it is the convention they used, where they use a serial number starting back in 1900, January 1st, calling that the first day. Every subsequent day of the calendar is one more day into the future. Well, today we are at 45,709. That means 45,709 days had elapsed since January 1st, 1900. How we arrived at that? Well, we typed equal today, and the Excel program fetched the date from our computer and returned the number of days that have elapsed. This is how Excel simplifies the math when we add and subtract the dates. Now let's click on cell C15 and format that cell to look like C11. Again, we right click on it, format cells, and we choose the format that we need, and I'm going to choose the same format. So if I would like to know the number of dates that had elapsed between February 20th and April 20th, 2025, I simply type in C15 minus C9 as if the content of these cells were an actual number. Now remember what I told you earlier? Yes, Excel stores these dates as a serial number, so the math becomes natural, as if we are just subtracting two numbers from each other. The answer is 59 days between February 20th and April 20th, 2025. In cell C19, I would like to display the date associated with whatever date I have in cell C15. Well, we know C15 is April 20th, but what day of the week is it? Well, there's a quick way to do it, and that's by the use of the text function. The format is simple: equal, text, open parentheses, type in the reference, in this case C15, comma, and between double quotations you put DDDD, 4 Ds. What that will return is the full name of the day. If I entered DDD, just 3 of them, it will show me the abbreviation for that day. Let's see how that works. I'm going to take one D out and hit enter, and now it's SUN instead of Sunday. In a similar manner, we can use the text function to extract the month, which is April, and the year, which is 2025. You can use the now function, which has no arguments, meaning there is nothing between the parentheses, to find out what the time and date is at this instance. Now this does not update automatically unless if you close and start Excel, but it's good enough if you activate it and check it at the beginning of the time you start using your spreadsheet. Equal, now open close parentheses, and that's it. The date is displayed. Now let's take a quick look at some of the functions that are useful in business. Yearfrac computes the fraction of the year that had elapsed since the beginning of the year. So if I want to find out how many, what portion of the year, not how many days, but what portion of the year had elapsed on September 15th, well, I would put yearfrac C5, C3, the two dates of essence, and on September 15th, 71% of the year had gone by, 0.71. Well, one good example of how we can use this would be to figure out our vacation days. Suppose we get 21 days a year, and we want to know if we want to take a vacation on September 15th, how many days would that be? Well, we've computed the yearfrac already in cell C7, so all we do is multiply the 21 times C7, and the answer is 15 days that you have earned. Well, another question could be is how many days have I worked or will I work between these two dates? Another interesting function is network days, where we specify the two dates, and network days will compute how many days are between January 1st and September 15th that are not holidays or are not weekends, meaning actual traditional work days. In this case, you would have worked 184 days. Another example of using yearfrac would be to compute one's age. Let's say you were born on March 15th in 07, and today is February 14th, 2025. Well, how old are you on February 14th, 2025? If we use the yearfrac and specify the dates, then the answer is 17.91. Now, that's not 17 years, 9 months. No, that's 17 years, 9/10 of a year, almost 18 years old. If you prefer to display that rounded down, use the round down function, and you only make reference to the cell where your age is, haven't already computed, in cell C21, and the 0 tells it that you want your age rounded down to 0 decimal places.